The storm over the city grew heavier as Daniel Reed sat in his office, surrounded by piles of case files. He had always been meticulous, a lawyer known for his sharp memory and ability to turn even hopeless cases into victories. But tonight, the weight of his latest decision gnawed at him. Weeks ago, he had made a choice, a single act of tampering with evidence to protect a wealthy client, that had set everything in motion. He told himself it was harmless, that no one would notice, that it would secure the firm's biggest payday. He had been wrong. The client was now dead, found murdered in his penthouse, and Daniel couldn't shake the guilt. That one mistake was about to drag him into a nightmare. It began with the first envelope. No sender, no stamp, just placed on his desk. Inside, those chilling words, "I know what you did." His chest tightened, his vision blurred, and for the first time in years, Daniel felt truly helpless. He tried to brush it off, to convince himself it was nothing more than a prank, but deep down he knew the truth: someone had been watching. That night as he drove home, a black car appeared in his rearview mirror. Its tinted windows revealed nothing, its slow pursuit made his knuckles whiten on the steering wheel. He sped up, made sudden turns, but the car followed. Only when he pulled into his driveway did it vanish into the darkness. His wife Anna noticed the sweat on his collar, the pale look in his eyes, but he told her nothing. Days passed, and the pressure grew. Another envelope arrived at his doorstep, this time containing a photo. It showed him holding the evidence file in the courthouse, the very moment he had switched documents. Whoever was behind this wasn't just bluffing, they had proof. That night, he barely slept. Every creak in the house, every shadow outside the window made his heart pound. He thought about confessing, but the thought of losing his career, his reputation, his family's future, made him bury the idea. In the morning, another letter came with a phone number and one sentence: "Answer when we call." Hours later, his phone buzzed. A distorted voice demanded $1 million in exchange for silence. Daniel tried to reason, tried to buy time, but the voice was merciless: "You have 1 week. Or everyone will know." The following days blurred into paranoia. He noticed the black sedan again, parked near his office, near his home, always watching. He found a strange man standing too close to his daughter's schoolyard fence, vanishing when Daniel approached. Then came the worst blow: Anna found an envelope in their mailbox addressed to her. Inside was a picture of her shopping, taken without her knowing. On the back were words that froze her blood: "Your husband is a liar." That night Daniel broke down and confessed. Tears streamed down Anna's face, not only out of fear, but betrayal. "You've destroyed us," she whispered. He promised he'd fix it, but he could see in her eyes she no longer believed him. With time running out, Daniel tried to gather money. He sold his watch, emptied savings, borrowed against his car, but it was never enough. The voice called again, angrier this time: "If you can't pay, your wife will." The threat wasn't empty. The next morning, Anna's car tires were slashed outside the house. Daniel understood. This wasn't just blackmail anymore, it was war. That night he drove to the pier where the caller told him to go. A hooded figure stepped out of the shadows, tossed him a USB, and whispered, "Your sin is recorded forever." Then disappeared. At home, Daniel played the USB. The footage showed his office weeks ago, the camera hidden in a vent, capturing him switching the evidence. His career was over if it leaked. Panic suffocated him. His phone buzzed again. Last chance. Midnight. Warehouse on 5th. The warehouse was massive, echoing with every step. Moonlight poured through broken windows, casting jagged beams across rusted steel and broken crates. The hooded figure emerged again. This time, Daniel demanded answers. The hood slipped back, revealing Victor Hayes, the brother of a young woman murdered by Daniel's client, the very crime Daniel had buried in court. Victor's eyes burned with rage. "You freed a monster," he growled. "And because of you, my sister is gone. One mistake, one murder, that's on you." Victor pulled a gun, pressing it to Daniel's chest. "You're going to pay." Desperation gave Daniel strength. He lunged at Victor. A struggle erupted, echoing through the warehouse. The gun fired, deafening in the silence. When the dust cleared, Victor lay lifeless on the ground, blood spreading across the concrete. Daniel's trembling hands clutched the weapon. He dropped it, horrified, backing away as the sirens grew closer. At home, Daniel staggered in, face pale, shirt stained. Anna saw the truth in his eyes and covered her mouth in shock. "What have you done?" she whispered. Daniel collapsed, sobbing, saying he had no choice. But the words sounded empty even to him. He thought it was over, but the nightmare had just begun. Days later, news broke that Victor Hayes was found dead, and police suspected foul play. Daniel buried himself in work, avoiding questions, ignoring whispers. Then another envelope arrived. This one contained a photo of him in the warehouse, standing over Victor's body. His heart stopped. Another letter followed. "You killed the wrong man." It didn't make sense. Victor had been the blackmailer, hadn't he? But the next night, his phone buzzed again. A new voice, colder, sharper. Victor was only part of the game. "Now it's your turn." From that moment, Daniel realized he was caught in something far bigger than revenge. Every move was being watched. Every step forward only pulled him deeper. He tried to find the source, but his calls led nowhere, addresses were fake, and every lead circled back to nothing. He realized there wasn't just one person, it was a network. A hidden hand manipulating his every action, forcing him toward destruction. Weeks dragged on. Anna grew distant, their daughter frightened by her father's anger and paranoia. At work, whispers spread about missing funds, strange behavior. Daniel's world crumbled piece by piece. One night, he returned home to find Anna gone, her closet empty, a note left behind: "I can't live like this. Don't look for us." Rage, despair, loneliness consumed him. He wandered the empty house, haunted by every mistake, every shadow. His phone buzzed one last time. The message was simple: confess, or lose everything. That night, Daniel walked into a police station, sat down, and confessed everything: his crime, the tampering, the murder. But as the officers processed his statement, his phone vibrated one final time. He glanced down at the screen. One last message appeared: "Too late. The game has only begun."